in my research center. And number 5, I believe it was number 5, in those 10 forecasts for the coming decade was chemical or electronic implants to control individual behavior on a 24-hour basis, unquote. So it's not hidden at all. It's there for anybody who wants to look.
But nobody's looking.
Nobody's looking. They believe, and I believe that they're right, that the biggest danger to mankind right now is man himself, population. A study in 1957 told them that by 1990 the world population would double in 33 years. Can you imagine that? The world population of human beings doubled in 33 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they knew that it's an exponential doubling throughout history. Every time it's doubled, the interval has gotten shorter. So that was 33 years. The next doubling will take place in approximately 28 years. The next one after that, approximately 24 years. Can you imagine that enough people have died or been killed? They will say, we have a cure for AIDS. And everybody will be called to report to some place to get an inoculation, which is going to do 2 things. 1, it's going to stop AIDS in its tracks. And number 2, it's going to implant a device which will be able to be used to track each individual person and maybe even to control those people. And that's what the pet implant program is all about. It's not about finding lost pets. They don't give a damn about pets, and they would never put a satellite in orbit to find a lost pet, but yet there's a satellite up there that they're using to find pets that have been implanted with these devices. They're testing this program on pets that's going to be used in human beings. And in the Los Angeles Times in 1989, they ran an article that...
All right, Shalom. I'd like to start up by saying, Kyle Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakak Radash Ma'amath. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and my elder Herawan as well. Salutation to the Akim that are pushing this truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right, so we're not ignorant of the devices of Esau, who is the physical counterpart on this earth to the spiritual demon Satan, the adversary of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And as you can see through the clip that I played in the beginning, this is part 2 of the lesson dealing with this interview that was done. I forgot this guy's name, but part 1 was based upon the depopulation, and this one is going into population control and how they want to use the chip to control the people, track the people, and pretty much just have full on human, pretty much total dominance, world dominance, and total control over everybody. This is what these upper elites are trying to have. All right, so therefore you have the mandates that is going to be working as an interface, as the elder has expressed on a couple of his videos, due to the substances that are in it that that go with the 5G technology and which helps it communicate, converted a signal for them to be able to then take that information and know everything about the person, and or also manipulate the person, and just pretty much have total control and have people walking around here being zombies, being controlled by the upper elites. So this is exactly what they want, but we are not ignorant through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We are not ignorant of his wicked devices, man. All right. So Esau think he got it everything. He think he has his plan all wrapped up in a nutshell, but Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is gonna he has a surprise for him. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is gonna throw down all his devices. All right. Let me get Obadiah chapter 1 verse 1. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Who is that ambassador of the heathen? Esau is the ambassador. All right. Who is the top notch of Edom is Amalek. And these are the ones that are in control on doing all this stuff that they're doing. The chief house of Edom, Amalek. And the Lord said he will make war with Amalek through all generations. And you're witnessing the war between the children of Israel and Amalek. So we're the ones speaking on the wicked devices that are being brought forth by them. And they're targeting, like the guy said in the earlier video, they're targeting Jake, trying to annihilate Jake off this earth. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai has a different plan, man. You know, so Yahweh Shem Yahushai's plan, it says if the ordinance of the sun, moons, and stars would stop, then the children of Israel would cease from being a nation and they'd be wiped off the earth. But those ordinances are not going to stop, so the Lord's going to preserve us. All right. This is verse 2. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. All right. So everybody despises this devil, man. It says, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's why he does all this wickedness, man. All right. That's why he does all this wickedness, and the pride in his heart is they're like low life cave dwellers, man. All right, but their pride from all their riches has their head lifted up. All right, whose habitation is on high. He's haughty. All right, his said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Right, but the scripture said, hell from beneath is waiting to meet thee at thy coming, and stirreth up the chief ones of the nation. So you're going to witness this happen. Everybody turning against this ambassador of the heathen, who's the front runner that formed the confederacy against that made everyone confederate against the children of Israel. But the Lord has something for this devil. All right. So they're so haughty in the mind, but the Lord's going to bring them down to their place, down to the ground, to the pits, to the confusion. All right. And to the dust. All right. Verse 4, it says, though that exalt thyself as the eagle, and though that set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. All right. So now let's focus on that part, because the guy said in the video talking about the satellites that they put into space, and they started practicing microchipping dogs. That was their practice. That was the dogs. That was the people concerned about lost pets was their lab rats on testing this whole system. Just like the guy just said. All right. But let's check this out. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among stars, thence will I bring thee down to the ground. So now they exalted themselves as the eagle, haughty in the mind, right? And they set their nest among stars. How? With the satellites. All right. So now, since they been putting those satellites into space, right? All right, since they've been putting those satellites into space, the Lord's been bringing them down ever since, man. All right, so what do you have? You said, all right, so when they put it into space, let me find something real quick. All right, so now you have October 4th, 1957, at 7:28 p.m. You had Sputnik 1 was the first official Earth satellite. It was launched into elliptical low Earth orbit by the USSR on October 4th, 1957, as a part of the Soviet space program. All right. So now you had Sputnik 1. All right. So now America, Explorer 1, their first satellite came out in January 31st, 1958. So they, it's Esau. Both of them were racing, trying to build up their space programs and, try to beat the other one, going to the moon and all this other kind of stuff. But that just shows you Satan is divided against Satan. All right. It says Explorer 1 was the first satellite launched by the United States and was part of the U.S. participation in the International Geophysical Year. The mission followed the first two satellites the previous year, the Soviet Union's Sputnik 1 and Sputnik 2, beginning the Cold War space race between the two nations. All right, so that's Satan divided against Satan, because Russia eat them too. All right, so ever since they've been doing this, right, the Lord's been slowly bringing them down. All right, so what is the whole purpose of these whole satellites? All right, for them to have eyes on everything, for them to play like they're the Most High. All right. So they want to play Big Brother and have eyes on everything, and be able to manipulate and that's why you have this, like your Central Intelligence, CIA's, FBI. A lot of their information comes from a lot of they track things through GPS, and they do facial recognition, and that's how they sometimes that they catch their suspect, so to speak. All right, but ever since they've been doing this, starting in January 31st, 1958, they really got established in the 60s. But so you had this going on, and then hold on. Check this out. All right. So you have, in 1954, started the Civil Rights Movement. All right. And in the 60s, you had Alpha Bivens. So all this going on around this time, from the 60s on up, was the beginning. Well, when Yahweh Shem Shai started bringing this devil down. So going back to Obadiah, it says, Obadiah 1:4 says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, all right, haughty in mind, and set thy nest among the stars, right, putting the satellites up there, thence will I bring you down, saith the Lord. All right, so the Lord started bringing them down as they started exalting themselves and setting the nest among stars. All right. So, but this devil is so much in disarray that he doesn't even, he's going to be taken by his own demise. He's so prideful that he doesn't even think that he's going to be taken down. First of all, you're destroying the earth. Now you're trying to go out and destroy the heavens, because another thing, there's they got trash and debris everywhere, man. Out in space, man. There's a bunch of trash in space from all these satellites and space things they have going on. The space is filled with trash, man. The Esau's trash. All right. It says there are estimated to be over 128 million pieces of debris smaller than 1 centimeter. As of January 2019, there are approximately 900,000 pieces from 1 to 10 centimeters. The current count of large debris, defined as 10 centimeters across or larger, is 34,000. So all that is trash debris, space debris, coming from all this foolishness, that all those Esau's wicked devices, man. You got space junk, space pollution, space waste, space trash, or space garbage. All right. So now they've been setting their nest among stars, right? And the Lord's been seeing all this. That's why the eyes of the Lord are on the sinful kingdom. Let me get that. All right. All right. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Saving, I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, say the Lord. All right, so the Lord's all this wickedness that this devil is doing. The Lord is is watching it, man. The Lord is seeing it, man. The Lord is seeing everything Esau is doing, man. All right. So as they're putting all these things in the orbit, all these satellites and things like that. All right. The Lord has something prepared for him. This is Isaiah chapter 47:1. It says, Come down, sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. All right. So the Lord got something for this devil, man. Not just America, but Edom in the whole, from all the way down to the sides of the pit, from America all the way to Europe, Russia included. All right. So now, what is the purpose for all this satellite and activity in space? All right. Just like how the guy said with the whole microchipping of animals, that was their lab testing for this, for the chip, man, for the MOTB, Revelation 13 and 16, man. So they want to put this into everybody so they can have total control over everybody and know what everybody's actual moves are. All right. So this is, it says This is a GPS. The GPS project was started by the United States Department of Defense in 1973. The first prototype spacecraft was launched in 1978, and the full constellation of 24 satellites became operational in 1993. So GPS is a total of 77 satellites, 31 that are in orbit, and the first launch was February 22nd, 1978. Total launches of 75. All right, so it's all about this. That's why you're seeing the ramp up of the 5G. That's why they're putting 5G towers everywhere. They had to get the rest of the satellites in space in order to set up their whole 5G technology to be able to communicate with this new whole system that they're setting up, with the blockchain system, with the cryptocurrency, and with the mark of the beast, man, the RFID chip. All right. So this is it says the global positioning system. All right. Originally, Navstar GPS is a satellite-based radio navigation system owned by the United States government and operated by the United States Space Force. Wow. It is one of the global navigation satellite systems that provides geolocation and time information to a GPS receiver anywhere on or near the Earth's where there is an obstruct line of sight to the 4 or more GPS satellites. Wow. Obstacles such as mountains and buildings can block the relatively weak GPS signals. All right. So now they want to send a stronger signal out. So that's why they have the 5G set up. That's how they're going to be able to, just like how Professor X goes into Cerebral and can see everybody. That's exactly what they're trying to do, man. That's exactly what they're trying to do. It said GPS does not require the user to transmit any data. It operates independently off any telephonic or internet reception, though these technologies can enhance the usefulness of the GPS positioning information. The GPS provides critical positioning capabilities to military, civil, and commercial users around the world. The United States government created the system, maintains and controls it, and makes it freely accessible to anyone with a GPS receiver. All right. So now, with them being in total control of it, right? Of course, that's going to be Europe that's in total control over it. But they had the Space Force really operating on it. But you see where everything's being set up, man. So, and now they got the 5G tower set up. They got all that in position. So now they're really thinking that their plans are going to go as follow. But the Lord's going to make them devils. Matter of fact, let me get my sword for this one. The Lord's got a trick for those devils, man. Because they're so caught up in their wicked acts and their pride and emotions, they feel like that, you know what I'm saying, the Lord forgot about all the wickedness that they've been doing. They really think that the Lord doesn't exist. But Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh's going to send Yahweh Shai down here to put a stop to these devils, man. But right when they feel like they about to have their way, you know. Let me see if I can find it. Is it 19? All right. This is Job chapter 20, verse 22. It says, "In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall remain it upon him while he is eating." Right. So now he's sitting down at his table. He got everything set on the table. And now he's about to sit down and devour and eat. But the Lord's going to put him in straits, man. All right. It says, "He shall flee from the iron weapon and the bow of steel shall strike him through. All right, so yeah, so the Lord's going to destroy. These other nations are going to destroy America, and ultimately they're going to end up destroying each other. And then Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to come down here and deliver the elect and clean house, man, and clean the fuck house, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushai has a judgment for these devils, man. All right, for all the wickedness that they got going on, secrecy that they playing all this stuff in secret, man. They playing all this stuff in secret. Let me get Psalms. Psalms chapter 64. This is Psalm 64 and 2. It says, or start at 1, it says, Psalm 64 and 1, it says, hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like swords and bend their bows and shoot arrows, even bitter words, right? Calling out these mandates, all right? And forcing people to go, man, playing as if they're God, like everybody has to listen to what they say. Hell no, man. The Lord's going to put a stop to this. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect children of Israel. That's his target. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not, right? They don't fear, man. They have no fear, all right, because they don't feel like the Lord's going to stick up for us. But the Lord got another thing coming, all right. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune and lay snares privily. They say, "Who shall see them?" All right, right, because just like how the dude said, like, you know, it's going to get to the point where the people are going to be asking for these things that's being set up by Esau to be put on them. And he said, if the people don't conform, then their enterprise can't happen. But he said the people are going to conform to it. The people are going to be asking for it. And he said that's the trickery that they use. They keep people asleep, so and have them fooled as to believing like this devil really care, but he don't care. Right? He says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune and lay snares privily. They say, "Who shall see them?" They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. It says, but Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Right. And that's the Lord bringing them down. So as they don't even see the Lord bringing them down, man. But the Lord is destroying the might. All right. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, man. The Lord's going to put this devil in straits. All right. Let me get Psalms 10 and 8. It says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the village, and secret places do he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor, right? And that's this devil, man. That's how he comes up with all these wicked ideas and wicked plans and wicked devices to devour the children of Israel, man, and whoever gets in their way. It says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. All right, the rich man and Lazarus. All right, that's how he lieth in wait, and the dogs lick the sores. He doeth catch the poor. He draweth him into his net. And these are all the trap. They make you seem like you have to take the mandate in order to live. If you don't take it, you're gonna die. These are all traps, man. It says, he crouches and he humbled himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Right. Who is these strong ones? Biden, the police, the whole military, the government. All right. They make it seem like they trying to help you with something, but they ain't trying to help nothing, man. They trying to kill everybody. He saith in his heart, Yahweh hath forgotten. He hideth his face. He will never see it. And that's what they think, man. That's exactly what they think. So that's why they're doing all this secrecy, and they feel like Yahweh Shem Yahushai is not gonna, is not going to show up, man. But the Lord said he's going to show up. Because the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, man. All right. Next scripture I want to get is Habakkuk. Lord has something for this devil. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. It said, no. Verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right. So that vision of who the mystery of iniquity is coming. All right. Being Esau. All right. The man of sin, Lord of the flies. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Right. His soul, just like he said in Obadiah. All right. He holds his head on high, man. His pride has deceived him. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's what he's doing. That's how he's heaping up to him all people. By what? The mark of the beast, man. In Revelation 13 and 16. That's how he can get total global domination through this chip, man. That's why he wants everybody to get mandated, and then everybody to get, the chip. This is Revelation chapter 13. He heapeth up to him all people. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says, he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their hand or in their forehead. And you already, all right. And he says that no man may buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right. And that's the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, man, which the setup for that is the mandate. They have the mandate setting it up. All right. So, which would be the ingredients, and that would be the interface that causes this to communicate with that chip in your body, and it'll communicate with the satellite system that they already have set. So the whole thing just ties together. It's not a coincidence that this is tied to the whole GPS global link system, right? This has been their plan since the beginning, man, to get world dominance and control the minds of every single living being on this earth, man. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai got something for this devil, man. The Lord's going to put a stop to it. All right. Let me get Psalms 17. It's lucky. All right. This is Psalm 17 and 12. It says, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. Arise, O Lord, to disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Right. So ultimately, that was what Esau was set up to be, the whipping stick for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But, this dude is going overboard, and he got to be stopped. He said, for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. All right, because if it wouldn't, there wouldn't be nothing left to save, man, because this devil's trying to devour everybody. It says, from men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world which have their portion in this life, and whose bellies thou fullest with their hid treasures. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babe. As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. All right, and that's what the elect are going to do, behold the face of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in righteousness, man. And it says, I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. Right. So we're being pruned and groomed to be like Yahushai, man. And that's how, when he shows up, we're gonna be like him. All right. Cause we're not going conform to this devil's system, man. This man, all the wickedness of this devil. We're following with the ones that follow the sheep, follow the lamb whithersoever he goeth. That lamb being Yahushai, man. And that's going to be our comfort in these times, man. All right. I want to close it out with this. It's like it. This is Psalms 91:1. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret places. See, we got a secret place. Just like they have a secret council, we got a secret place. All right. It said, those that dwell in the secret place, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. All right. So those chariots are going to be a covering unto us and a protector unto us. Those angels are going to protect us. It says, I will say the Lord, he is my refuge, Yahweh, and my fortress and my power, in him will I trust. Right. So we're not trusting. We ought to obey God rather than man. So we don't care about these mandates. We don't care about these wicked devices that they're putting into play. Scripture says, how are the things of Esau searched out? They're searched out through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the Holy Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. It says, surely he shall deliver me from the snare of the fowler. Who is that fowler, that hunter? Esau, man, that trapper, the bait layer. That's who Esau is, man. He sets some traps and lays wait. And from the noisome pestilence, and ultimately from the missiles. All right. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His trust shall be thy shield and buckler. All right. And those feathers being the angels, and those wings being the chariots, man. This is all for the salvation of the ones that truly believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day. So all this mandate stuff that they talking about, all the consequences behind not getting the mandate, all right, then that means nothing to the ones that have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Having faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will have you immovable. All right, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to serve this purpose. With that, I'd like to say, Ka halayim la Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakah Quadash, my mouth. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth, the sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, this is a conclusion of part 2 on the New World Order's wicked agenda. And this is going to be on population control. All right, shalom.